Okay, before we learn more about this syncing and sourcing, so I think we need to go through the PLC architecture, right? So PLC architecture will show us the main component in PLC and the programming device that we need to use to communicate with this PLC or other PLC. Yeah. Okay, so this PLC, this is CQM1H CPU21. Okay, it's a quite old model, but it's still reliable, still working. And first, if we look at the PLC architecture, we have power supply. Yeah, this is the power supply, this side. Right, open up, and we need to terminate 100 to 240 volt AC to this power supply. And if I may, I can take out the power supply from the unit. Yes, okay, you can take out the power supply. Right, so this is the connector. If you join the power supply with the CPU, with the controller, then the power will travel through the CPU, the control unit, right? Okay, this is the power supply. It provides power. If you can look at the PLC architecture, it provides power to the input module. Okay, this is the input module, right? Input module, we have 16 input module. 16 input termination, 16 input point. Okay, 0 to 15 means it have 16 input, and the other one is output module. This is the output module. Okay, we have 16, so 16 I/O, input 16, output 16. Okay, so the power supply will of course provide power to the I/O and to this CPU. I can open up, you can look at inside. Okay, take off this. Okay, this is the central processing unit and the memory. Okay, it's right here. This is the switch, and supposed to be battery here to keep the memory. Okay, to keep the memory, because when you power off this CPU, when you power off this unit, you will need to keep the program inside. Okay, the memory. Without the what we call battery, then if we have the memory will lost. The program is still there, but the memory is lost. Okay, lost the memory. Alright, so for latest PLC, they might use something like what we call, just like your USB, it did not require battery. Okay, so flash memory, something like that. Okay, so all PLC like this CQM need battery for the memory. Just like your computer, there will be a battery inside your computer, your desktop. Okay, so power supply provide power to CPU and then to input and output. Okay, CPU, input unit, and input module and output module. So that is the function of power supply. Right, so about this power supply, you can see here 224 VEDC output, 0.5 ampere. So there is a DC output, okay, to energize your usually we use it to energize the input component like sensors or output components such as relays and solenoid valve. Okay, this power supply we will use it to set your PLC as a sinking or sourcing. Alright, so we will look at that further after this. Okay, that's why each PLC, for example, I have another PLC here. This is Omron Sysmex CPM1A, different model. You can see this 100 to 240 VAC. Okay, L1 live, okay, L2 or neutral. So it will be connected to your 13 ampere socket plug on your wall. Okay, if I turn it on, you can see this here. Okay, the power and run. That means inside here there's a program. All right, so power, and then you can measure the output. The DC output is right here. This 24 VEDC 0.5 ampere, whereby this 24 VDC 0.3 ampere. Okay, there's a symbol just like cell, plus and minus, or positive and negative. Okay, here terminal. This is positive, this is negative. This is positive, this is negative. And let's do the measurement. This is my digital multimeter. We measure the incoming AC. Okay, we need to understand how PLC works and the architecture first before we look at the sinking and sourcing, because it is related. In previous video, we learned about, show you about sensor, okay, NPN, PNP, okay, the difference between NPN and PNP. Right, NPN, the output is negative, whereby PNP, the output is positive. Okay, so if you want to know more about NPN, PNP sensors, you can always watch my previous video. Okay, so this is I power up. Okay, you can see the LED. I turn it off. Alright, so I turn it on. 1, 2, 3. Okay, power. That means 240 volt. Be careful, okay, because this is high voltage. So we do the measurement. See the AC. So you look at it. So the voltage is 254. That is what I get. That what we have here. 254. Okay, 254 to PLC. Okay, power supply 255. I think this voltage a little bit higher than normal. Okay, so now we look at the DC output. Change the multimeter value. Okay, we look at DC. So the DC output is 24 volt. Okay, there 24 volt. So we have 22.8. Okay, 22.8. Okay, you can see the negative sign because my probes. Okay, if I change the probe to the right polarity, right position, you don't have the negative sign there. So this is 20, more or less 23 volt. So it is acceptable, 23 volt. Why? Usually PLC, they have 24 volt power supply because, why? Because a lot of components such as this, if you look at this is sensor. It consumes 10 to 35 volt DC. Okay, 10 to 35. This is NPN sensor. And then how about this? To look at it properly, this is 6 to 36 VDC, so it is acceptable. Okay, so means both of the sensor you can use 12 volt, is okay. So for PLC, usually they have 24 volt. Why? Because remember, relays, we have 12 volt relays, we have 24 volt relays. So it is good we have 24. So we usually use 24 volt relays, okay, for PLC. All right. So this is the power supply, you can see. All right. If you want to look at this, the measurement for this CPM 1A, I can show you. Okay, 23.8 or equivalent to 24. All right. This is the output from the CPM 1A power supply. Okay, so that is the thing about power supply. Different model have different design, but basically it's work the same. Okay, right. This is the for CQM1. This is the input module. This is the output module. For CPM1A, this side is input module, whereby this side is the output module. Okay, you can see the label in here. We have 4 channel. For the 0 channel, 0, we have about 12 input, 1 channel, 12. So this is 24. Okay, 24 input, whereby this is only 16 input. All right. So this is the output channel. We have 8. We have 16. Okay, 8 up there and 8 down here. We have 16. So the output channel somehow same. They have similar output. Okay, it's just that we have the different thing is we have different common. Okay, we will look at that later. What is the common all about? Okay, you can set this output as sinking or sourcing. Okay, whereby the input you can this output you can mix it up, whereby the input you can set you have one option only, whether you want to set it as syncing or sourcing only. Okay, so all right. Okay, so both PLC, if we look at it properly, we have the communication port, okay, to do programming. Okay, for us to do programming, we can communicate with the CPU by doing a connection. Okay, link this to your PLC. This is my USB. You link this to your PLC. You have the software to do programming, and you can communicate. You can download or you can upload program to your PLC. Okay, you can do adjustment, do modification through your computer, your personal computer, and then you can upload or download to PLC to change the program. Okay, so this is the indicator, the state indicator to show you the state of the PLC. It is whether it is running, just like this, run. You have error or alarm. Communication, okay, communication. This is if you have if you link the PLC to your computer, this will blink. Okay, if you link your PLC to computer and the computer communicate with the PLC, the COM LED, the light here will blinking, show that there is a communication with your PLC. Okay, so we already look at the system. Okay, all right, so this is power supply. This is the CPU. This is the input module. You can see all this. The switches means your sensor, your switch, your limit switch, everything. Okay, that will give input or any state of input to your PLC, and then your CPU will process the input. Okay, the signal, the input signal. And with the program that you write, somehow then the CPU will react and give command to the output module. Okay, this is the output module. Your output module, your output probably a relay coil, motor, light, or any other thing like buzzer. Okay, so that is the output module. So lastly, your programming device, this, okay, programming device, your computer, you communicate through this. Okay, so that is about PLC architecture. So okay, so before we look at what we call syncing and sourcing, we need to know basically the PLC architecture, so that it will help you to understand why and how we do syncing and sourcing setting connection after this. Okay, so now we will move on to syncing and sourcing. Okay guys. Alright, so after we look at the PLC architecture, so now I want to show you exactly the location once again. Okay, I use this what we call drawing, and okay, so first now is the power supply. So this is the power supply. Okay, power supply unit. Number two, the CPU. Number two, the CPU. It is inside here. Okay, the CPU. This is CPU 21. And okay, next will be the input module. Number three, input module. So where is the input module? This. So this is for CQM1H model of Omron PLC. Number four, the output module. This. Okay, that is the output module. And then number five, it is the programming device. So programming device, your computer, your we call your laptop, or if you have this programming console, you will need to link your programming console somewhere here, or if it is computer, it is here using this serial port, okay, RS232 port, to communicate with your programming device. So alright, so all PLC more or less have the same architecture. Okay, alright, so now as what we discussed just now, the input, probably input sensing device, your sensor, switches, okay, and output device, you can see here, maybe relays coil, or motor. How about this? This is indicator light, or this sound, buzzer, whatever. Okay, that is your output. Okay, your output load devices. Okay, your output load devices will be connected to the output module. This is the module. Where is the module? It is here. This is the module. We have 16. 0 to 15 means total up it is 16 output. This input 0 to 15. See here, 0 to 15 means what? 16 input. Okay, 16 input, or IP. Okay, 16 input. So for CQM1H, we have 16 input module and 16 output. Okay, sorry, it's not the module, it is the 16 input terminal and 16 output terminal. This is the module, input module, output module. Okay, so that is all about the architecture just now. Early of this video, we look at it in real situation. Now I show you the PLC architecture and where it is located. Alright, so that is about PLC architecture. Hope you understand this, hope you get this information, and then after this we will go to syncing and sourcing. So now okay, we will look at okay, this is PLC, your PLC. Now we will look at
what is syncing or sourcing. We do sourcing first. SOURCING. Okay, sourcing. So what is sourcing? Sourcing means to make it easier for you to understand, we look at this drawing. Okay, so look at the input module. This input module, okay, we draw it. So I use this design. For example, we have input number one, remember 0, okay. In PLC 0 mean input number 1. There is a meaning for 0. Remember your digital 0 have meaning. Okay, you learn digital before this. Okay, this is maybe I just use this as a light. Okay, later you will understand. Light, this is light. We have light number 2. This one L1, this one L2. So light number 2, input number 1, light number 3, input number 2. Okay, so here this input module we have 16, 0 to 16. Remember just now 0 to 16, we have 16. Now what I do, I just draw 3 input, 0, 1, 2. Okay, 0, 1, 2. So if you look at this properly, you see here it look like a switch, push to on switch. Okay, push to on switch. And then you can see this common terminal. Okay, common terminal. What is that common terminal all about? And you can see down here the sign 24 volt. Okay, it's like this. It is like this, COM, and another one you can make it like this, plus here common or plus here common. Okay, you can set the one to be connected to plus, to positive, or the common to negative. Okay, on the input module. Right, so now we back to the drawing. Okay, where is the common terminal? Let's say this is 0, 1, 2. We have until what, 15. So total up overall is 16. So now this is the common terminal, COM, common terminal. That is the common terminal. Now, okay, sourcing. What is that sourcing all about? Okay, so now remember your relays, how relays work. Okay, relays or any other load, okay, to energize relays or bulbs, you need power supply. For example, if this relay use 12 volt, you need to energize this relay by connecting this the coil directly to power supply, just like that. Okay, so that is relays. So now this common, let's say this common is connected to positive terminal. So what do you think? How to energize? How to turn on L1? How to turn on L1? So to turn on L1 so that it will light up, you need to link this. You need to terminate this point to negative, isn't it? Just like that. You have positive, then you need negative to energize the relays. So it's the same principle here. If your common connected to positive, then you need negative to turn on this L1, and so L2 and L3. Alright, so the connection in real situation to do this is this. Okay, so in real situation, if we refer to the previous drawing, it is positive here. Alright, so now this is our power supply. We have learned about it just now. So you take your cable and then the common is connected to positive. Alright, the common connected to positive. So this is what we call sourcing. Okay, there, sourcing. Sourcing means I make it here. Sourcing. So to make it easier for you to understand, sourcing means common connected to positive. That's all. Okay, common of your input. Okay, input module. Okay, sourcing input. This is the one. Okay, sourcing input equal to common connected to positive or your power supply. Common input module connected to positive terminal of your power supply. Okay, that is sourcing. Alright, so now how to energize this input? We have a lot of input. We have 16 input terminal. Now there we go. Okay, this is the important part. Now you need to know what type of sensor you have. How to energize L1? We need negative, right? So what type of sensor that produce negative output? Sensor that produce negative output. What type of sensor? Remember? Yes, it is NPN. NPN sensor. Alright, that's why you need to understand, you need to know the difference between NPN and PNP. Now, we say it is NPN. How we want to do the connection? How to energize? Okay, we take one NPN sensor. Okay, there you go. So this is NPN sensor. Okay, this is NPN sensor, inductive type sensor. It doesn't matter, it is inductive, photoelectric. We just need to know that it is NPN. So this is NPN sensor. And the output from this sensor, remember, the black wires is the output. The output is negative. Okay, so how to do the connection. Remember? Okay, so now we do the connection. Okay, this brown, remember brown is positive. This is for the sensor, to energize the sensor. Okay, right, that is brown. This is the power supply for the sensor. Next, the negative, okay, for the sensor, the power supply for the sensor. The blue is negative, remember? Okay, now, okay, we link the blue to the negative terminal of this power supply. Remember that we talked about the power supply just now. So after the connection, we power up the PLC, link the PLC to 240 volt. The PLC will energize. Now, okay, remember this. We need negative to trigger the input, or using this analogy just now, we need negative to turn on L1. So I use this green color so that we can see clearly. Okay, the green color for the negative. We terminate this negative output of the sensor to any terminal, okay, on our input module. So why any? It depends on your program. Later when we do the program, then after that, then we know that I need input on terminal number 1, input number 1, input number 2. That is how you do termination. It's not just do it blindly. Okay, so it's the same thing. It's just like now you do the connection there. Alright, your common is connected to positive. Let's say the sensor. After this, we will do the practical. You can see. Okay, let's say the sensor here, the inductive sensor detect a metallic object. Then since this NPN sensor is normally open type, so it will send negative signal to your PLC. It will energize the input. If it is here, it will energize L1 as your first input. It's the same principle. Okay, so this is where and why you need to know the difference between the function of NPN and PNP sensor. Alright, so now this is sourcing. Okay, so how about syncing? Okay, number 2, how about syncing input? Alright, so syncing input common connected to negative. That's all. Right? Common of input module connected to negative. So you just need to remember one of this. It's either sourcing or syncing. So sourcing, common of input module connected to positive. That's all. So if the question, or somehow in industry, you need to do syncing termination, setting your PLC to syncing input. So syncing is negative connected to input module. That's all. Okay, how is it? So I do the drawing here. So I hope you truly understand this. So we move, okay, to syncing. Syncing. How is syncing? I draw the similar. Okay, L1, L2, 3. Your common here. Common terminal of your PLC input module. Okay, so when common is connected to negative of your power supply, means you need to energize or light up your L1 using positive. That's all. Right. Okay. So this, to energize this, you need positive. With similar connection, we have NPN sensor. No, sorry, you have what? For this syncing, what type of sensor you need? You need PNP. Why? Because PNP produce positive output. Okay, so similar connection. Okay, brown to positive or your power supply, blue to your negative or your power supply, and then the black, the output is positive because this is PNP. So how to do this? It's the same thing, the same connection. Now you just link it to your input, just like that. So when this PNP sensor detect an object, the metallic object, if it is a type of inductive sensors, so it will send positive to your input module. Maybe input number 1 or number 2, number 1, number 1 is 0, number 2, number 3, until 15 if it is CQM1H. Okay, you can choose which input you want to use and then do the connection based on your program. Alright, so that is the difference between syncing and sourcing of PLC input. Alright, there it is. So this is for syncing. So the difference is it's either positive or negative to your common terminal of your PLC input module. Alright, so this is we talk about input. How about output? How about output? Output module. We look at this again here. If we look at this output module, we have similar common COM. It is the same thing. Okay, it's the same thing. You have choice actually. Okay, what happened inside the output module? For sourcing output, common connected to positive. This common. Okay, this common connected to positive. Alright, so if that common terminal is connected to negative, so that is syncing output. That's all. Okay. Okay, sourcing output common of your output is connected to positive. That is sourcing. If it is syncing output, common connected to negative. Okay. So that is sourcing output and syncing output. What happened inside the output module? Alright, so the output module is something like, if we can draw, it is like, remember just now we have common, and then there is like a switch. Okay, this is inside your relay, inside your output module. So we have about 16 output. We have 16 output for CQ1H. So if your common is plus 24V, means you are setting the output as sourcing output. When the relay energized, probably I set, maybe this is relay number 1, number 2, number 3, depend on your program. If relay number 1 energized, the relay inside the PLC you look at just now will send plus 24. If your motor, this is your motor, right? If this is your motor, so 24 volt motor, so the negative will straight away go to your power supply. Just like that. If you have light or any other things, light car, okay, so negative is connected directly to your power supply. Where is your power supply? Here, this power supply. The negative of this we go all the way, where is it? Wow, so far. All the way here, there. Okay. And this. So that is what happened. That is how the connection when you link the positive or power supply to your common, to your output common. Alright. So after this, I will do demonstration, one demonstration. Okay. Energize the input using NPN and PNP sensor. Okay. So keep this as a reference later. All right.
We look at the output module. Look at the output module. Actually, the output module, we can terminate the common to 24 volt, maximum 2 ampere, or AC, alternating current 250 volt 2 ampere. Okay, so that is the common. But if you want to set this output module as sourcing, you just what you need to do is link the common to positive terminal here, the power supply positive terminal. So from this power supply to 24 volt plus, go to the common of this output module, then you are setting, what you do is you are setting the output module as a sourcing, whereby if you link this common to the negative of this power supply, what you do is you are setting the output as a sinking. Okay, the output module as a sinking. If you look at here, this is the common. Actually, inside this output module, we have about 16 output terminal, and then if we take this module out, you can see there is a relay inside. Okay, there's a relay. This relay 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. There are 16. Okay, because we have 16. This is 15. Because we do calculation start from 0, so there are 16 output. So there are 16 relay. So this relay we clicking. Remember the architecture just now. When this relay clicking means it will energize, it will send, it will turn on the output. Okay, turn on the output, of which it's depend on your program. Okay, depend on your program. So you see the output module, we have PCBs, we have IC to do processing, and of course the power supply just now will power up this system. So you have choice. Remember relays. Okay, remember relays. Previous class we learned about relays. The common of relays. Now the common is connected to all 16. You see this connection? All 16 relays. And then if this relay is energized, it will send, if it is positive common, that mean you will send positive to the output. If it is negative, negative. If it is AC 250 volt, that means if it is air, live will going to your load. Whatever load you have. Probably motor, what else? Okay, relays and so on. Okay, so this is the output module. Okay, for this first practical, I'm gonna set this PLC CQM1H input as a sourcing. So remember sourcing, how to set the input as sourcing. Yes, the common is connected to positive of power supply. Common connected to positive. Okay, so now by just doing this means we are setting the input as sourcing. Okay, sourcing. Positive to common. Okay, so next, remember for sourcing input we need NPN sensor. Okay, NPN sensor. This is NPN sensor, inductive type. Okay, so as usual, to power up this sensor we need supply. Okay, the sensor can be operated from, remember this, 10 to 35 VDC. So brown and blue will be connected to plus minus of this power supply. Okay, we're done with plus and then the minus. Right, we are done. So okay, I power up. You can see this, the red light, it have alarm because
why alarm no battery. Okay, so next, okay, we test, will it energize? Yes. Okay, this is metallic material, this is inductive sensor, it detect. So when it detect, it will send negative signal. So I can terminate the output, the negative output from this NPN sensor to any of these 16. So maybe I use output number 3. Okay, output number 3 is 0, 2 here. Okay, output number 2. Okay, 0, 1, 2. So this is number 2. So now we test, is it work? Look at the light here. 1, 2, 3. See that? Okay. So this is sourcing connection. Input sourcing. Input sourcing need NPN sensor. Alright. Sourcing input NPN sensor. Sourcing common connected to positive plus 24 volt of the power supply. So that is how we do connection. If you have another connection, if you have other if you want to see more, what I do, I just touch this to negative of this power supply, and then what I do, I just touch it anywhere I want. You see, this is negative. So when the sensor, this sensor detect an object just now, it just what it do is it divert the negative signal to the output. The negative is coming from the power supply. It's just like a switch. Okay, this is sensor, just like a switch. If you have push button, it works like this, push to on. See, it's the same thing. Okay, anyway I touch this negative signal with negative input, it will transmit, it will energize the input, because this is sourcing. So sourcing need negative trigger. Negative trigger coming from NPN sensor. Okay, so that is about sourcing. Now how about sinking? Okay, sinking, remember sinking common connected to negative. Okay, so we change power off for safety, we power off. Okay, change connection, we replace the sensor. This sensor is NPN, means for sourcing. So now we want to do sinking input module, so we change the sensor, we use PNP sensor. Alright, put this away. Okay, so first, remember, common for sinking, common connected to negative of the power supply. Okay, and then here negative, this is negative connected to negative. All right, so with this connection, this simple connection, now you are setting the input module as a sinking. input. Okay, syncing input. So we need, this is NPN or PNP. This is PNP. Okay, this is PNP sensor, inductive sensor. Okay, PNP, right? Same cables color. So we do the same termination just now. Common here positive, now common down here negative. So as usual, blue is negative for the sensor. This is to energize the sensor. Sensor need power supply. The brown, okay, this is the brown, and now this is the output for the sensor. So you just choose any output. This is maybe number 8. The input, terminate it to any of this input terminal. Okay, there you go. Inductive sensor, PNP, syncing input, because common connected to negative. Now we do the testing. Power on, 1, 2, 3. Okay, now the light is on, power is on. Test, 1, 2, 3. There you go. You can see the light. Okay, so the output from this PNP sensor is positive. PNP sensor suitable for sourcing input, sourcing or syncing. PNP suitable for syncing input. Okay, negative connected to common. So remember that the best thing just now is what I emphasize to you. Remember one thing: sourcing is positive to common, then syncing is negative. That's all. Okay, remember one only. Okay, so now this is need to trigger this using positive. Remember just now for sourcing we need to trigger using negative. So for syncing we need to trigger using positive. So this is plus 24. I touch it here, then you can energize it. See that? There you go. Okay, there, just touch. So we will further understand about what I'm doing when we do programming and practical works. Okay, this is how we energize. So when you write a program, actually the input will triggered by any object in front of your sensor or switches. Okay, it's not manually by hand. This is for demonstration only. Output, I cannot do the demonstration because I didn't have program inside here. So output only will trigger if you have program. Okay, so hope this video will help you to understand about syncing, sourcing, and the architecture of PLC. Okay guys, thank you very much. And if you have any question, you can always ask in the comment section. Thank you. This is a HMI unit that can communicate with the PLC. This one is CP1E, and then this is our CX program that we use to write the radar diagram. Then we can download the program to PLC, and PLC will do a job. Okay, this is our HMI. You can communicate with PLC. We need to program this. See, on, off, off, on, off. Okay, so HMI, this is PLC analog input control, our software and computer.